So many leaders are ineffective communicators, and you know what? It's not because they don't have the right words, it's because they don't pay attention to how they're delivering those words. Research would say that the words that we use only really account for about 7% of the message we send. About 38% is based on the tone of our voice. There's a classic example of that. The sentence, "I didn't say your puppy was ugly," could be read 7 different ways. And every word that I emphasize will send a different message. Let's try that out. I didn't say your puppy was ugly. What's the message you're getting? Well, someone else did, right? I didn't say your puppy was ugly. The message is, you're wrong. I didn't say it. I didn't say your puppy was ugly. The message you're getting is, well, you thought it, but you didn't say it. I didn't say your puppy was ugly. It's that other person's puppy, not yours. I didn't say your puppy was ugly. You can read into that a lot of ways. I didn't say your puppy was ugly. Look at it. Obviously, it is. I didn't say your puppy was ugly. The message there is maybe it's not that smart, but it's cute. Don't get me wrong. I give you that example to show you that 7 words emphasizing one word can send a completely different message, which is why we have to focus on the tone of our voice. This is also why you don't want to send important, maybe even emotional messages through email, because you're assuming that recipient's reading the email just the way you're thinking it. Well, that's a really vulnerable, I'd say dangerous assumption. So pay attention to the tone of your voice. Beyond that, pay attention to your body language. At the end of the day, I could say something like, "Great job today," but if I'm kind of not looking at you and slouched over and saying, "Yeah, great job today," you're not getting a really encouraging message from me. What's really challenging these days is often we're communicating through video conferencing and Zoom and Teams, and you're trying to convey something, but you're actually looking at the person on a different screen. So even though you're looking at them and trying to be authentic and look them in the eye, the message you're sending is, wow, they're multitasking. They're on their phone right now. So you gotta be careful, not only in the words you use, but the tone of your voice and the body language. Here's the thing, the goal of being an effective leader is to communicate effectively, and that means that we go beyond just having good intentions, and we actually focus on having great impact. And if you as a leader can certainly craft the right words, have a great script, but go beyond that and focus on the tone of your voice, actually think about the body language that's going to help you send that message well, your good intentions will align with great impact.